Yeah, congratulations. You are finally in America where you've always wanted to work as a registered nurse. And finally, your hard work and dreams have come true. But this is what you don't know, and this is what nobody will tell you about working in an American hospital. And so you enter the system and experience it, you would have no idea. So this is what they will not tell you. You are so excited to work. You are so full of energy. The country is beautiful. The hospital is sparkling. You are so like, yes, I'm here about to live the American dream. And you watch so many videos and they quote so many salaries and it's so enticing. Then you start work and realize, oh my, the money is not as I thought. Initially, before you enter the country, you're reading about the country and the salary you're going to be earning, and you are converting into your country's currency. Especially if you come from Africa or you come from Asia, you're converting the money into your currency and it looks big. And mind you, you're doing this outside the US. And as soon as you enter, you realize that, oh, it will take you a while. Initially, you'll be content with the money. Yep, you'll be content with the hourly pay or the salary that they're giving you initially because you are new. A Ghanaian will say Abba Fresh. So you are new and you are, oh, the money is okay. Then you realize that, actually, this money won't do much for me. After paying my bills, I'm left with something very little. I have a family to cater for. I have a family back home that are always calling me. This point, let me say it louder for those at the back. You have a family at home that you have to cater for. You have family and friends calling you back home, asking you for money and loan because of what? Because you live in America. Because there's money flow and it's a land of honey and milk. Yes. Then you realize the money you are being paid is not enough at all. It'll take you a long time to come to that realization. Sometimes by 6 months, you realize, no, I'm barely making ends meet. Anyway, this pertains to your location and the situation at home. If you're staying with somebody, a friend or a family, and you're not paying mortgage or you're not paying rent, then you'll be able to manage your resources. But for how long will you continue staying with somebody when you're working? Over here, we don't stay with anybody for free. Even your siblings, you have to split the bills. Either somebody's paying the rent and somebody's providing food, or you find something. Nobody stays, especially if you're working, you can stay there for free. And if you have a family, how long can you pay somebody? Initially, you're just staying with them because you just arrived. But as soon as you get your first job, they expect you to rent and get out of their home. They are not being mean. It's just the system. They have their personal space. They are working hard to pay for their home. You can't live there for free. So even you wouldn't feel comfortable and common sense will not let you stay there. Yes. So the second point, the first, the money looks good because you're converting and it's big and you're sending you home and it's big. The second one, you realize there's so many overtime opportunities at work. Then you begin digging into them, begin picking overtime, begin doing all these extra hours. Trust me, you're going to get burnt out. You'll be burned out and you hate yourself. You'll be so sick physically and mentally and emotionally. You'll be drained. You feel like a lifeless battery. The money is in the overtime. The money is in the double job, the triple job. You know friends and families who live abroad who are working 2-3 jobs to make ends meet. And you are wondering why. Yes, the overtimes pay more. So let's say your regular job is paying you like $20. The overtime will be telling you maybe $35. You see the difference? So you are forced to pick up extra shifts. And the more extra hours you pick up, the more taxes you pay. Especially if you're independent, you're not filing for, have kids or anything, your money goes back into the system. That is why the gap between the rich and the poor is not too wide. Unlike Africa, where the rich is up there and the poor is down there. The rich pay more tax. So the more money you earn, you pay more tax so that those down there can also get something out of it. You get it? Yes. And nobody will tell you these little tricks. So you just be picking the overtime. You be getting burned out. and you'll be paying a lot back in taxes, and it will take you a while to figure it out, and your eyes will be open like, okay. So you see some nurses don't do overtime. It's not because they don't like the money. It's because they know that it's not worth it. They're going to lose the hours. They're going to lose the money, and they're going to be drained. Yes. Also, you have to know that as soon as you get to the workplace, you have the same rights and the same equal opportunity as anybody. Be it the natives, be it somebody who has 40 years experience, you have the same right and the same equal opportunity as them. So you have to be able to stand firm and fight for your rights and speak up. If you are not being treated fairly, you need to speak up. They know you are an immigrant, they know you are new in the system, so they can do certain things to screw you over because they think he or she might not notice it. He doesn't know how the system works. He is new, she is new. But as soon as he sends some dodgy things they are doing, it could be as little as your scheduled hours. You are requesting for some vacation, you are not getting it. You are requesting for a certain type of shift. Maybe you want to work evenings and they are not giving you that, but somebody else requests and they are getting it. You need to speak up and question them. And as soon as you speak up once and question them, they would know that you know what is going on. They wouldn't mess with you next time. Trust me, tried and tested. Everything you get on this channel has been tried and tested. They're my personal journeys I share with you. Yes, I wouldn't bring something I don't know about. The moment you mention something, I asked for this and you did not give it to me, but somebody else asked for it, and why are they getting it? Unless they have a good justification of why this person is getting this thing, trust me, you need to ask and get clarification. So speak up. They throw any kind of shift at you because they think that you know. So they throw all the shifts, mix it up for you, and it's affecting your family life. It's not working for you and your children. You need to speak up and get what you deserve. If you don't, they would sideline you. You need to speak up. I'm not painting anybody black here. I'm not painting anybody white here. I'm just saying, I'm not playing a race card or anything. I'm just playing a new person at a new job. It could happen to you, be it you're American or non-American. So far as you're in a new job, new environment, they think you don't know the system because you're a new grad, you're a young person, or you're a foreigner, you're an immigrant. Nope. Stand up for your right, fight for yourself. Grab every opportunity that comes. They say if you work for 1 year, you get tuition benefit. Yes, as soon as your 1 year is due, go get that tuition benefit. They say you work for 6 months on probation. After that, you get a raise. If your raise is not coming, go call HR. They are very, very good at providing numbers to everything you need. Every problem is being solved. So there's a number, it's a phone number on your pay slip. If you are somebody who don't look at your pay slip, sit down and study it. If something is not matching up, just call the number on the pay slip or the pay stub or the paycheck or whatever you call it. Call that number. Ask questions and the HR will solve them for you. Oh, I worked 50 hours. I see something saying I work 48. What does that mean? What is going on? Question them. They will tell you all about it. There are some benefits that you don't know about. There's a first-time homeowner benefit. If you work for a year, you qualify to take a home loan. And just because you're an employee of that facility, you can buy your first house. Certain jurisdiction, I need to do whatever it takes to pronounce this word. Jurisdiction. You can buy your first home in a certain jurisdiction. There we go. Yeah, Priscilla got it. In a certain jurisdiction, go to that office. Go and ask questions. Unfortunately, where we come from, going to offices scare us because the bureaucracy is just so much. You need to pass through somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody to get what you want. So we are afraid to call the office. We are afraid to go to the office. It is America. It's a land of equal opportunities. You work there for a year. The condition is work for a year and you be entitled to this. So take advantage of that. Walk into that office, call that number and make this inquiry. Worst case scenario, what? no, you don't qualify because so and so. Then now you know. Then you now re-strategize and see what it would take for you to qualify. But if you don't know, nobody's going to come and knock on your door and say, come and collect this opportunity that you've worked for, you deserve. Or come and collect this money that you're entitled to. Nobody has time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yes, you heard that right. So take opportunity, do your research, read wide. Read well. When they hire you, they give you a whole booklet. You have a website. Every day they are posting information that they are sending emails. You need to be on top of your paperwork. Reading your email is part of the job. You need to be reading and see what opportunities are there. There's a seminar here. There's this here. You can add all those things to your resume and build your career. Number 4, when you feel unhappy, dissatisfied, and burned out, please get out of the oven. If the kitchen is too hot, you get out. There are so many opportunities. There are so many places you can work and be happy. Even if it takes taking a step back and losing few cents or few dollars. Your happiness is paramount. So when you feel burnout, when you feel this is too much, I can't do this anymore, your health is being affected, you are getting sad, depressed, unhappy, you are not satisfied as a human being, you're not fulfilled. Before you get up and go to work, you feel like miserable. You go in and you are miserable. This video relates to everybody. You don't have to be a nurse, but it relates to everybody who is going to an environment whereby the environment is not suitable for you. It has become very toxic and you are unhappy. You need to get the hell out. The fact that you are an immigrant or you are new here doesn't mean that you won't find any other thing. There are so many opportunities unless you explore. You have to take a step back sometimes in life in order to go forward. I gave that advice to a colleague the other day. He's burned out at work. He's sick. He doesn't feel good. Nothing at all. And I'm like, if you think this is not working for you, you can go, right? You can go somewhere else and start somewhere else. There are so many opportunities out there. Unless you search, you wouldn't know. And we need to learn to speak with people. Oh, this is the 5th point. Hopefully I end on this point. You need to learn to speak to people. A closed mouth is never fed. You need to discuss with people. Don't be discussing with everybody, but you can just cast your mind and settle them like, oh, this person seems level-headed, or your situation is similar to theirs. They came around the same time you did, or they have a family size of yours, or they work in your region or your state, so they might know what is going on. Pick a resource person and talk to them and discuss and see. They might be longer in the system and they might know what to tell you. After you've done your research, of course. Do your research, see what they're saying online, then discuss with somebody. And they might give you other options. Do you know you can do this and this to get to this? Do you know you can do this? And I did that. I gave that information to somebody recently. I can't remember what it was, but I just said, oh yes, the person has some medical issues and the person has done a lot of tests and stuff. And I was like, have you done this one? It's like, oh yeah. You just brought something valid up. I never thought about doing it. I'll go do that test. I had done other things, but that didn't click. So I think I'll seek a second opinion and I'll mention this to them and they'll do that. So unless you talk to somebody, you never know that they have the information you need. So pick somebody to talk to. Our culture is such that we are very secretive. We are not allowed to share what is going on in our lives. When you check on somebody, I'm okay, I'm managing. They are not doing okay. They are barely surviving. But they can't tell you, I'm not doing well. How are you? I'm fine. The auto or default response is, I'm fine. No, you're not fine. If I'm not fine, you call me, I'm not fine. I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm sick. It's very lonely in this country. And I always say it to my family and friends, then they know it. You can't pretend to be something you are not. So speak up, seek resources, ask the right people for the right information. These tips I've given you, you won't find it in books. Nobody will tell you how to survive in a foreign land. But these are the things you need to take advantage of. When I get more points, I'll bring to you and share this video with others who have just arrived. And you survive. You'll be okay. Everybody will be okay at the end of the day. That is our hope. So I'll see you in the next video as usual. And be safe. Bye-bye.